as in seminal, a BTA, honorable, so I know what to say.
Oh, Yamiano.
You now, another Remianas, a young TSA, Supreme Court rule as I'm saying, I was even.
Oh, me, I'm indifferent about the whole thing. Say, High Court rule, and one thing was in what they call Supreme Court.
But you're an ass. You are an ass. You're also a very astute lawyer. You'll be a dreamer. No, and you know, and some people walk right a car on Jim Tumu, but sometimes a team of legal team to we come to a compromise. Now, he has been adamant about clearing his name because I have a personal experience of understanding. It's one of the worst things that can happen to someone.
Yeah.
And you know, he absolutely took the position that he wanted a trial. He's not interested in any settlement. He's not here for the money. He's here to clear his good name that he has built over time. And in his profession, at this time, Anka also started doing one anything. So he always maintained that he wanted a trial to the point where sometimes there was a disagreement in the legal team. Now, procedurally, America, the peace. Said that just schedule there, and from this time to this time, no, can you so called to staff that work out to no, we are dedicating it to your case. Into it's no small matter.
I know.
I've
been there. It's not easy.
Before they will go to trial, no, there's mandatory settlement conference. I bet say at this maybe by this time, no, we'll be say I'll grow no. Or they'll commit to the rights and senses and decide, say, this shouldn't go on because, yes. And I acquire, unfortunately, me, and, Anas disagreed with me, but I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million, just like the jury came back. As you know, these days, we have all kind of tools that we can use to predict certain things.
Before you go ahead, this is where the contention is, and people saying 80 million, others saying a year 30 million. Now when you read,
well, we'll come to that. Let me clarify. Let me just clarify.
Yeah.
Okay, complaint there the coin. Yeah, claim for $30 million, $30 million.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And what I'm saying is that at the before the mandatory settlement conference, or before the jury is empaneled, even though my client had firmly informed me he had no intention of settling this case because he believes that he ought to go to a jury of his peers to clear his name. But maybe let's just prepare our settlement memorandum, be thorough and be reasonable.
Yeah.
And even though he protested, I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million US. Okay. Now you do settlement conference, papa about court. Now the lawyer said what he was willing to settle this matter for, and he said $10,000. So honestly,
it's clarification is very, very important. Normally Ghana.
Okay.
Into Muko Drew Hono. Anas initially, you have a kind of simple street language, and the damages are not paid around $30 million. And the client and Anas Kasa say a woman saw for $30 million, and yes, he can't all pay. In fact, he wants his name to be cleared, and then the priority of going to court.
Yes.
But because of the experience, now unim sibi anyo mateno, no client here Anas Kasa and say it will be better and to be reasonable to at least settle on $80 million. And I'll cash the Okrano client and us, you did not really agree, but because he respects you as his counsel and as a lawyer, you people ended up around that money, around that figure, which is $80 million.
Oh, yeah, like I said, your lawyer at a Wemega, New York.
Oh, yeah.
And also come home. And Andrew D here.
Yeah, you are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wemega is there.
Yes.
D here is there. Crow is there. Yourself. Basically, as we are speaking to all of them because.
Yes. So, the whole team agreed on that, but he was the only reluctant one in settling the matter. But But procedurally, we couldn't go to trial without actually going through to the settlement conference.
Yes.
Now, in spite of his reservations, we still almost cut our demand down to about a little over half.
Okay.
But to our surprise, yeah, Papa buy and also no bet $10,000 to end the case. No. I want to arbitrate and who said no, some way I'm sure so I can kind papers, So he said basically go and take your gamble in the courtroom. So that's how we ended up going to trial. So to go back to how it ended, so at about 4:50 on Thursday, the jury brought us in and they told us what unanimously what they had arrived at. But we decided to keep it under wraps because there was a component you multiply 18 million by 5 money do 90 million for a total of about
the plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah, because to
do that. Okay.
Yes. And then you decided to say but we are bold with coming public with the finding of culpability on Thursday.
Yeah.
We ended up leaving that alone. A pursuit of ×5 because almost file emotions be I just say or see a two a boss na in terms of that and sana say one way or another I go back I could pursue that ×5 and I say depending on what happens be I bit me German and cafe. But at this time almost my court no say busa into so.
Okay. So at this point Oma Makoti who say Ombeba 80 million or Omo Pentiswo. How many days do they have to file that? Okay.
So at this point, the next thing that's going to happen is that there's going to be a paper, a judgment. I just say court reading seal better so.
Yeah.
That would take a few days, and then after that, I believe there's a 5-day rule that's within which you can file that motion. So a bay motion, Matese Binuka appeal by any appeal, depending on how that motion goes.
Okay.
We will get a chance. We may get a chance to attempt to get our ×5 of that 18 million. Now, I say it was some sort of just based banter between him and Uniano. He came to court and asserted truth as his defense. And so,
time I court was say, "Sa counting na mode bono no say on it and us back and forth, right? The only claim of making or say banter. I just say we can't wait to and share or no. They're not all can you say obi to be more almost tomorrow."
But all you do court media that was not.
And yes, I know what kind. Ura court no G2.
Yeah, be or maintaining the position say no can or that standing by no kind.
Okay.
Basically, remember just or practice no crane di no onye boni bia.
Okay.
So to support that, or they move your try your in it to who watches a watchman. But they are also by as only defense, and so the jury had the opportunity to evaluate that and factored that in the analysis. And obviously, it was not the weight that they wanted the jury to accord to it. So the jury never bugui. About 20 minutes later, the jury came back with a verdict, and there were a multiplicity of very quick. And there was a multiplicity of questions that were posed to the jury. That's the way how they arrived at the decision. It's, and also unanimous. People who were picked off the streets of not picked off the streets of New Jersey, but they're from based on address, voter registration data. And but within 20 minutes, they saw through everything and said no. So they came back and there was not even one juror that sided with Yapapana Samuakam.
All against
8-0 on every count and on every question that was posed to the jury, including damages now about no be doing and also crown. There was it was a unanimous decision. I just say it was a solid decision of the jury. 20 minutes on taking on said there was no doubt in our presentation to what you're kind of lay people. These are not experts in the law.
Yeah, they are just
these are lay people.
People who just sat and used their common sense to come to a conclusion.
No. I would not say use their. I would not say use their common sense.
They listen to you and they listen to the other part. It makes sense, though.
And then the law is the law. No judge in this world has any power to bend the law. That sort of conduct is what causes strife and war in places. Yeah. America had the judge actually before the judge ever kind jury instruction, but catch jurors and say, "Oh no, only to be it's asem we mu na no edwuma kwa obetwa ne say obeka imra achiro mo achiro mo." And that's how it went. But you know what's interesting about Nisi and or a lawyer ni.
Also for the one we know, I can't one and Drobianca there. And it's minim and also for Tobia Banam go for some birthday 29th, Nende go for Banoma.
So you go to one.
That be one yame.
Maybe you're more to my meeting. Maybe you're more to my meeting. Maybe your bottom says, yeah, mean to me. So, if you are your bottom, if you are ensure the meeting me at Tosado for me. Oh, said yeah. And see, the American say, yeah, Mamma, no, they're fair. Because look at the way you are dressing. Look at the way my sister dressing. It's very beautiful. And you're fair. And you're fair. Your way, my memory, your mamma, you are montana. Almost dressing, come on. Yeah. Oh, and you're fair. Name of the Etienne say, wow, what you way? And when you see car, and what him they are here who say, to be soon, Nancy. Me, mamma, a film croma. Shas and Tia Remokurase. While now, me, only and the Kaka or the Bedidi. Me, my name, Fanny, and who see. Okay. Oh, say that ye. The same thing, a mammy be a walk on a session at ye. The same thing, a minion baby for me. What's it, Daddy? I do me per me year. Then so we teach me to me yet. Oh, and tea. Poor Cassie was saying. Papa me pese me no into me body am mpe and am ye wo de kan kwese wa ho fa wo de tie me nua ba ho fa wo tie enti won na wa bonte e hwe ye nei e benya this dress no because say me mpe apa ne ni be che ho do to ne be fa me kono and asem
na mo fa me kono eno ene asem ane waifu me da say and then ye Ghana, wo de wo ton ahene e ton sa na ema no. And then wo hwe mafesu a ana ma hofama a wo ka ho bi pa e na wa ma na ye complete. Oba, ade na mo niema na ne boarding sa. Ai me de pemo ana ma me fa mpem no. Ade na mo niema na ne boarding sa.
E asemo. Ahwini ne de eye fe na ebo ne nso de emfiri yen ayeton no nekmom efiri omo je ede ba no nipa no ose o hye semia entoa no ne ade na okoto na ode abeye e na ono nso obefa apafo obetua wo mo kanti obetete sa ne o menyina be free mo be wie no na wo sa ahwini na wo ye no edibuo. And no, the money boy. That was Tuesday. No, Papa me can say my Maria who market. Okay. Oh, by ya was so parhini. Ne ma program was school no parhini command cranny for. Into your buy na make a train the same color dear no. So penny corning in some 40 CDs. Now we don't know check 40 CDs. Metal for 160. I feel. Omo pabwa mayo we mayo
na say 40 wo kra wo de na afu
oh eya na ye wonke to a ye de man kra na ye te so mo say de be obi abetimi atobi na so 40 cedis ne papa no e ho no be ka chem se hwe market ya meje ketua 1000 Ghana me maye 4 na enkra 4 no ma me ne wo fi obedidi me maame so te ho me maame nti metiti we nyina free maame dato nti no na ne baba ya ba kudi na chi oka chere ne se maame ma ye nko na se ye ta e free na ko ye scared be didi na e wo se omoda wo mo na omoko nti Ghana ya fade ne de efe pa na wo siesie ho na se wo free de wo bie ho se ipe ya wo be wo ye bibini ba na no ho ofe na o my Ghana nso ye wo adepa ne nso fami kono fami koyo eno ni asem
asa e kamia koye se obi a ka fami ko fami